Hey, what's good with you guys? Thank you for tuning in. It's El Birdman here, and I told you guys that I would have a story about my friend Murphy. He got into a serious auto accident recently. He rolled his semi onto its side and had some serious injuries, and now they're trying to raise up some money for him and his family while he's recouping. And I wanted to. I shared his GoFundMe, and I told everybody I would share a story about him from professional wrestling. So here goes. So Murph is one of the couple. He's one of two people from wrestling that also went and joined me playing poker here and there. Sometimes we would go out on the road and we'd talk smack to each other when we get to like different casinos and stuff, to the point of where people just absolutely couldn't believe that we had actually ridden in the same car to go to these spots. So when Murph first joined wrestling and whatnot, or joined our deal, the guy that was putting everything together, Rick, decided that he was gonna wrestle under a mask, and his name was Enemy, and I mean basically we had him booked as he came in just tearing everybody up. And the first person that he wrestled against, we had a couple of masked guys that would work on our shows, and everybody would take turns being these masked characters. So this was my turn to be the masked guy. I don't even remember what we called them, but we had a like a luchador mask and a jumpsuit, and they would. I mean, all of us were within reason. Were within a reasonable height of each other too. So I mean, you couldn't really tell who was who whenever we were doing it. So down the line, they book Enemy versus Jason Gore, and Enemy was still being booked as a badass, and Jason Gore was. I believe I was during my Texas Championship run, so I would do various things to defend my title, and there being a lot of things. A lot of times, I would do underhanded things like cheat. Like I would choke people, and I would rake eyes and just various other little things. And at the end of matches, I would also do those things, like hit a guy with a low blow, or put my feet on the ropes whenever I pin him out, and the referee just wouldn't see it and wouldn't make the 3 count anyway. Just little things like that I would do to put myself over. And then, of course, the next week you talk about how you were the king of wrestling, basically. You come out, talk about how you beat the guy fairly, and just do little things like that to put yourself over. So I'm wrestling Murphy, who's working as this Enemy character, and I cheat because he's being booked as such that you have to do something along those lines to go over. So I defend my title, and I stand up, and I'm celebrating over by close to the crowd area. My back is to them, like the ropes are to my back, and in that moment I feel somebody hit me in the back. That's what it feels like. Something hits me in the back, and I'm like, in that moment you have a choice of either you can, but first, in my mind, what happened was I went over the entire script in my head of what we were doing on that day, and I was like, did I miss a cue somewhere that I was gonna get jumped after the deal, and I just don't remember it? And no, that's not what happened. So I don't sell it, but I do turn around to see what exactly happened, and I see this older woman, and when I say older, she's between 50 and 60 to me. Is what she appears. Jumping off of the ring apron and going back into the crowd. And I look over to the right by one of the corners. There is a male security guard, and to the left over here by this corner, there is a female security guard for our show. They're not in uniform, but they're in between the barricade and the wrestling ring. Very obviously security, and I look at them, I'm just like, what the fuck? This lady beat y'all. That's what's going through my head. So but I actually yelled that out at security, and it's an intermission. So I mean, like my music is still playing. I go back to the back, and I'm mad. And security comes back there, and I just let him have it. Just like one of the guys, he's a guard for like the prison, like that's his real life job. So of course I am appalled, but that this woman has jumped through the crowd and got onto the ring apron and hit me. Like I'm thankful that it wasn't like an actual, somebody holding a cane or a baton or something, knock me into the next world while they're just sitting there, mouths open, just looking at, oh, look what's going on up there. So I'm letting him have it, and I'm just like, it's like I don't know how y'all got beat by this old lady, blah blah blah. And Murphy comes around the corner like he's taking his mask off and he's taking off his tape and he's like, Jay, why are you so mad, bro? And I was like, hey man, some old bitch just hit me in the back up there. And he's like, hey man, like I know this is gonna sound weird, but I think you might be talking about my mom, man. And I'm like, what? And that's when he told me that his mom was fresh out of prison and had just gotten off the bus that afternoon, basically. And this is one of the first things that he did. Like, he took her out to dinner and met her grandson and all of that. And then they came to the wrestling show afterwards, and they didn't really know. She didn't know. I mean, she'd been away for a while, so she saw her son getting cheated in the ring and decided to take up for her boy one time because she could. So Mama Murphy had to lay the smack down, and I had to apologize for calling his mom a bitch. So that's my that's my story involving Murph and his mom and everybody. I've got a whole bunch of funny ones like that one for sure. So thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see y'all down the line. El Birdman out.